Nelly at the 7th.
And we heard Nelly talk about how you really have to section off the greens on this course. Don't want to get on the wrong side of the whole location, and here she plays the slopes beautifully.
She would make that and get to 1 under par. A solid front 9, but this is where things really got going.
Yeah, her putter really heated up here on the back 9. Maybe a little disappointed after the 2nd place finish last week. And these are the type of greens where once you kind of start to see the line and the pace, they're rolling so beautifully.
Uphill par 3, this for another birdie. This is getting silly at this point.
I think we need a full tally of how many feet of putts she made today.
She would take just 25 total putts.
This was earlier. Yihyang Lee. I felt like we were going to see a 1 here today when I went out there to take a look at the whole location. That was so close to going.
She was completely grooved, putting lights out. 25 putts today for Jin Young Ko, the 2-time major champ. Look at the back 9 after a 2 under par 35 on the front, birdied 6 of her first 7 holes.
Yeah, big move by Cognizant and a commitment to the women's game. That was a good putt there from Ali Ewing. It's the largest prize fund.
This is no gimme par 5, is it?
No, and it's uphill all the way towards the clubhouse. I would say it's important to stay below the hole, but that's pretty good too.
This is at the first. This is Matilda Castron. What a wonderful year it has been for Matilda. You can see 25th in the race to the CME Globe. The flag today is right at the back of the green, and you can't go over, and that is about as far as you can go. Back over to the first, Castron to open up with a birdie.
Obviously, this is a nice spot to putt from. A little bit to the right in this putt. Very solid putter normally.
Yeah.
Showing it again.
Short par 3. Good chance for a 2 today, and that is exactly what Aditi has done. It's been a bit of a tough day. Let's go to the 7th, and this is Sandra Garl. Nice to see Sandra back on the LPGA Tour. And is that going to go in? I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see one. This is Andrea Lee at the first. She was a late entry, Karen, because of Austin Ernst's withdrawal.
It is. She gets a second chance at it. Didn't quite get in on the Monday qualifier.
At the 2nd hole, after talking to her little sister Nelly a moment ago, Jerry is caught up with Jessica.
Yes, has this birdie effort from a little lower tier than where the hole's placed today.
Yeah, I think this is one that she can be aggressive to. With these soft greens, front flags are quite nice. Good quality shot, a little bit left of the flag.
17th hole of the day for Sandra Garl. Par 5, 8th, her 3rd shot.
Oh, I thought it would break. She thought it would break, but guess we were a bit fooled.
She has been to a number of silent meditation retreats over the last few years, which many have suggested I look into. She's an artist. She's a bit of a Renaissance woman.
I think it's impressive the start she's gotten off to today, Tom. I think she plays with a lot of confidence. That's a bummer there, but she's going to be disappointed in that. She does wear her emotions a good bit on her sleeve. But I think she's a very, very confident young lady.
It's a little pitching wedge from 116 yards to a hole location that is quite gettable, although that's not her best wedge.
See that little ridge? It's about 3 or 4 paces short of the flag. Get it over that. And the second for Jessica Cord.
Pretty full gap wedge here, time for 100. 118 yards. A little right of the hole, but that's understandable.
Yeah, oh, we don't want to spin too much.
Well, that full gap wedge from her is going to spin a ton.
Second shot at the second for Brooke Henderson.
We just saw Matilda take dead aim. Brooke does as well. That hole location is just on a tiny, tiny little shell. It's probably fallen short of her goals and expectations. She has, I mean, so much talent and ability and big goals for herself. And I would say if she were to look at the goal sheet she wrote at the beginning of the year, it probably hasn't quite fit that bill, but you know, she's a grinder.
This is Anne Van Dam on the tee at the 5th. It's nicely done. 5th hole playing 168 yards today. Rough can be pretty juicy around here as we go to 4.
And Jensen Castle for a bounce back birdie. Oh, how about this? 3 birdies and a bogey to start. Played the U.S. Women's Open at the Olympic Club, missed the cut.
Got it dead square. Line is tremendous, just left of it.
Would stay.
Well, you already know the answer, don't you?
I think almost every green out here, I think there's only 1 or 2 that do not have a pretty significant false front.
No, had the line.
You'll pick up a little ground on the field with a par at the 4th.
Really love the look of this par 3. Standing on the tee, it's a beautiful hole. The green tends to bowl a little bit towards the center. The hole location very favorable today.
Get a 3 under par. This will be a really good start. Is it going to come back? Oh, that was a really good putt. Just misses on that high side. Great experience though, being able to play in an event like this. She played in the US Women's Open as well. A couple of pars to start the day for Danielle. Let's see if she can get it back into that little section of the green where the hole is cut today. That's a really lovely shot there. Well done. Good second shot that. It's just tough to get it close with the ridge short we saw. Let's go to the 4th.
Castron second.
And that's a 5-wood, 198. Good looking shot, starting right, trying to draw to the hole.
Very good. I mean, her ball striking, Karen, is just spectacular. Nearly a skin today on this hole, Karen.
It is a tough one, isn't it, Morgan? So long.
Just the 5th birdie of the day. The long, hard par 4.
And let's go to the 9th. Sandra Garl's final hole, a chance to finish within 2 of the lead. Only 1 win on the LPGA for Sandra Garl. Came at the Kia Classic.
Yeah, I agree. And this Lime Cup being played on a course where she narrowly missed her first stateside victory a year ago at the Drive-On Championship. That was a tattooed 6-iron there. She got a lot out of that one.
It's going to get a little bit better. Yeah, good shot. That's right. She narrowly missed out to Danielle Kang at Inverness just over a year ago.
Just turning a little left. Very neutral position over the ball. Hands dead even with the ball. And that had a little wish to it, and it was answered.
Yeah, good too. Just playing great golf at the moment.
Towering 7-iron, a little right of the hole, tiny bit of draw.
It's kind of a bowl, this green. Everything feeds back in towards the middle. There aren't that many hole locations. I think if you're having fun, you could stick it on the outsides of the greens, but I don't think the officials are going to risk it.
6 iron.
I should think they have a lot of fun here with the hole locations during the year.
Started a little left, baby draw, should catch plenty of green.
Yeah, is it going to feed back a little bit? No, going to stay there.
Not that I've ever really been in that position, but Andrea Lee trying to make some good inroads here. She's had a couple of lefts, but this one's looking pretty good.
It's beautiful tempo to her golf swing, Karen. Very smooth.
I think a lot of bunkers would come into play off the tees as well that aren't in play this week.
Absolutely. You have to think hard about those penalty areas as well and running through. This one a little bit right.
Is it going to feed back a little bit?
Trying.
Not bad for dropping the club after, you know, at the finish.
Well, she's not worried about CME globe points. Scoot over a few steps to the 7th.
And take that aim here. Just 114 yards. Don't want to come back too much. Yeah, still a good chance for a 2. Back on the 5th with Danielle Kang coming off a double bogey on the previous hole. And looking to bounce back with a 2. Kang for a birdie at 5. Looking to bounce back. Yeah, good bounce back. Level par at the moment. It's a tie for 52nd.
Jessica for bogey.
No. That is just maddening, Morgan.
Yeah, when you have 130 yards into a green and make from the first cut and make double bogey, that is just...
I really felt like we were going to see a hole-in-one. I mean, we might.
Well, you're buying my lottery tickets if this goes in. Look out. Oh, it didn't have the spin on it.
Oh, I thought it would come. It's trying to come back. And it's not going to have enough pace to get to the hole.
Well, you never know. Little right of it. Oh, beauty.
I'm actually surprised, Grant. The 6th hole is playing as the 4th most challenging hole today. Just riding around this golf course, I really didn't think it was that difficult of a hole. I think it's the hole location tucked on that back right side, but Brooke made it look very...
Brooke Henderson after that fine approach. This for birdie.
I think if you can land this one about 3 or 4 steps past it, get a little bit of backspin on it, maybe a little bit slightly left, that's the line that you want to take if you want to make it, Tom. Spin.
There we go. Come on. Oh, just needed a bit more.
Wasn't a great stroke there. Put a little bit too much side spin on the ball.
Because she wasn't eligible for the Solheim Cup because she wasn't a member of the LET.
To the 8th. And a 3rd at the par 5 for the amateur Jensen Castle.
This 8th hole has a really tricky green. Obviously only hitting a wedge in here. I was able to get it to stop close, but a lot of slope here. This is the green actually that the members complain about the most, the 8th hole. Just very efficient. Watch this golf swing. Nothing looks tight, jerky. Very nice and smooth.
Played her collegiate golf at Stanford. You know that she's going to go straight at it. Yeah, oh, it was close. It was close. Leona now for the 2. Straight back up the hill. No problem at all. It gets her back to 1 over. First birdie of the day for Leona Maguire.
If it were firm and fast, yeah, good night. Well, this looks pretty sweet. Driving the fairway. Nice layup right side. Perfect little wedge distance-wise to here.
Down the runway. And she'll walk away with her first birdie of the day.
She's going to chip it. I thought that was a putter.
I think she just laid the face wide open there, Tom.
Oh, how about it? We talked about that with Anna Balos earlier, chipping it in.
This one does play quite significantly uphill from 114. That looked like a smoother looking swing there from Imby, although all of her swings look smooth, but the last few have been a little bit iffy. I'll give her a chance.
Third shot here for Jessica.
It is another lovely break off the tee. Caught the edge of the fairway bunker, had nothing, had to lay up to 91 yards. Tom, if breaks even out tomorrow, she's shooting 56.
Well, she missed the flag stick there.
I was going to say, that's the veteran move. Don't hit the flag stick, like Jensen Castle.
Oh, but look at this slope. It just keeps going.
To the par 5 8th. There's another one that's not reachable. Uphill par 5. Not in 2 anyway. And if anyone would try, it'd be Brooke. She's third.
Winning at Sahali, of course, LA, I find to be quite old style type golf course, small property.
Hit her tee shot into that right bunker, Tom, and right up against the lip. Couldn't advance it any more than to here. Going to have to work really hard to make a par.
She's given herself a chance to make a 4.
It's important to control your distance control here. Leave it below the hole. Didn't quite get it up that second ridge there. All back a touch, but job number.
Yeah, the only reason she might get this to the green, around the green, is because it's only 124 yards. That was lying dead into some very healthy grain.
Oh, yes.
This would be a heck of a birdie out of the left rough. Turning right.
All right, so the two who missed the fairway make birdie. Celine Boutier's next.
A little wedge here, choking down a tad bit from 114. This is on the exact line you want.
A clean sweep at the 10th for birdie.
The easiest one up the hill. Oh, that was very unconvincing, Morgan. Not in a divot. 114 yards. Terrible angle with a gap wedge. Knuckling out of there a little bit.
At the 10th hole, Jessica Korda for birdie.
Up the hill. Just turning a little right.
Okay.
And she's ecstatic.
That's a good way to put the front 9 behind you.
Get it back to level par, yes. Allison was a very good young talent that maybe came out a little too quickly on tour, lost her way a bit.
At the 10th, Inby Park.
That's from 149. Starting a little right, trying to draw towards the hole. That would make for a nice little bounce back.
Second shot from Ingy.
Little breeze helping. 127, going with a big gap wedge there. A little left of the hole. Other two players safely aboard with decent looks at it.
I think from the shorter distance, Matilda could be aggressive at this one.
Yeah, good shot.
Sand wedge here, 96 yards as well. Little knuckler that's going to release some.
Really well judged from that lie, Jerry.
At the 12th, Jessica Korda's seen a lot of Mountain Ridge today.
She has drove the ball into a sprinkler head, but she got to actually move this one low lob wedge.
She may not see much more of this hole. Oh, wow.